Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well. So today's video is covering a situation that I do have personal experience with, but I haven't experienced it or encountered this scenario in a while. But it was recently brought to my attention and kind of a reminder of like, hey, this goes on. And so I thought it was a good topic. So the topic is when you see friends and family for the first time in a while, and maybe the last time they saw you, you were very sick with the eating disorder. Now you are in recovery and you possibly have gained weight. You might look different than how they remember you, and some people don't know how to keep their mouths shut.
Wait, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I was talking to someone recently and they mentioned this kind of situation, and it's definitely a struggle. I kind of forget that it is a struggle because I haven't experienced that in a while. And the reason why is basically my immediate family, they know the good, the bad, and the ugly. They know to keep their comments to basically zero. Siblings are a little bit harder. They're used to teasing and poking fun. And at first, I will say it did hurt, and it did hit like sensitive areas, and I did dwell on the things that they would say to me. But since then, when my siblings do make any comment, I know I'm at a point where I know that it is coming from a place of sibling love. It is meant to be a joke, teasing, poking fun, and I know that I do it to them as well. It goes both ways. So if I can tease them about things that they're sensitive about and they can laugh it off, I can learn to laugh at their jokes as well. It was a long time to get to this point, so I totally get it if siblings or parents make comments and it's meant as a joke and it's still sensitive. I get it. It takes time, a lot of patience and understanding on your part. And if it gets to the point where it's too much, if it's a parent or a sibling, if it's a family member or a close friend, you should be able to sit down with them and lay it out and be like, listen, when you say these things, it hurts. And right now, I just need you to be a bit more supportive and helping me out by just keeping that stuff to yourself for a while. Maybe I will get to a point one day where I can laugh with you and laugh at myself, but I'm not there yet. So please, this would help me out. I haven't had to deal with much with my immediate family, my extended family. I haven't had to deal with them saying stuff to me either for a while, for years really, because again, they have been made aware of not the extent of everything, but they have been made aware and they know better. Some of them know better than others, but the ones who don't know better, I just avoid. And it's easy to avoid those people. I've got a very big family, so I can avoid them. I totally get the wanting to avoid family events or even just social things in general because of the fear that someone might say something to you or might comment on your physical appearance. Not everyone has a good level of common sense. Like, you just don't make those kind of comments to a person, whether they're struggling with an eating disorder or not. You just don't say those things. When you know that there are people like that you're going to have to encounter, it is really hard to go to those events or those gatherings and see those people. Even when there are people who you really want to see and you like, it's hard to be like, I'm going for them, not for the people who I don't want to see because they're probably going to say something. It's hard because it's like they come together. Like, you get one, you got the other. How do you deal with that? I am totally in support of, if you feel like it's early on in your recovery and just for your own mental sanity and mental health, going to those kind of gatherings, family things, friend things, when there's like certain people or just someone's going to say something, it's cool to not go. Now, that's not to say you can decline forever. I think it is important to challenge yourself, obviously, and one of those challenges might be to face those people who may or may not say something. Challenge yourself to face what they say. And that can be really hard and really scary and very daunting. I totally get it when you have been working so hard to be healthy and make healthy decisions and choices and just put yourself first and take care of yourself, and then you feel like you're doing great, and then someone makes a comment. Sometimes it's a comment where they're like also praising you, like, oh my gosh, you've gained weight, that's great. But again, we're coming from a place where our brain says gaining weight is a horrible, horrible thing. This is to the people who don't have an eating disorder but are in the lives of someone who does, who might be trying to recover. Just don't comment on their physical appearance at all. There are ways around it. You just have to take the time to figure out those ways. Sorry, takes a little bit of effort on your part as well as a supportive friend or family member. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where you can't keep declining invitations. You can't avoid family and friends forever. That's not healthy either. I don't want to say go in with your guard up, because then you won't enjoy being around the people you do like or just enjoy the party or event or whatever. But you need to have some level of guard up, particularly when it comes to certain people. It's one of those things where you kind of have to have like a pep talk before heading in and just be like, so-and-so is going to be there. Chances are they're going to say something. Chances of what they're going to say are X, Y, and Z. I'm prepared to hear those comments, and it doesn't matter what they say, because my weight gain or my weight change or my physical appearance changes are for me, for my health, and for the betterment of my life. So they can say whatever they want. It doesn't matter what they say, because I know what I am doing is the best thing for me. My recovery is for me and not for anybody else. A lot of people choose recovery because other people want them to recover, and that might be a good starting place, but unless you choose it for yourself and only for yourself, it's never gonna stick fully. And so it's about just separating you from other people and being like, this is my choice. I am choosing this, and their behaviors, their comments, their interactions with me are just that, interactions. They don't have a bearing on my recovery. They don't have a bearing on how I feel. They can't make me feel any way. I get to decide for myself how I'm going to feel and what I'm going to think, and whatever they have to say, they're just saying it. Even in a setting with your closest friends and family who are the most supportive people in the world, your recovery is still your recovery. It's still not theirs. They're just supportive players in your recovery, but it is not for them. It is for you. And I think that is the most important thing to take away from this video, is recovery is for you and no one else. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, you could give it a thumbs down. That's cool too. Be sure to subscribe if you are not subscribed already. And thank you so much to everyone who has. I really appreciate it. Feel free to leave any comments, questions, video suggestions, anything at all in the comment section below. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, and I will see you next time.